Well, here it is, the Montblanc Digital Paper, a 10.3-inch 300 ppi monochromatic non-front lit e-ink paper tablet that comes with a pen, no cover of any kind, sporting a price premium of $905. Let's see what's it about. Hello, my name is Voya and welcome to my deep guide. And as you've already seen, today we are visiting the Montblanc Digital Paper that comes in this really lovely packaging. This is not a review, this is first impressions only, and a raw first impressions look at this so that you can see like what type of experience can you expect when you get this device right now, which is October 2025, as I imagine or hope that this platform will grow and improve over time. This device has not been sent to me by anyone. I ordered it directly from Montblanc Norge, and it arrived in 2 days from Germany, and the equivalent is at around $1,000 for this whole thing, and probably import taxes as well. However, at least the shipping was free. No flipbook cover. For that, you are gonna have to shell out even more cash. Doing something like this, shelling out $1,000 on a device just so that I can, make a video and bring it to you guys so that you can have an objective look of what it actually is like to use and buy a device like this, well, it costs a lot of money, and YouTube revenue is not really something that can even get close to kind of making worthwhile or paying off a device like this for a channel like mine. So this type of work can only be made possible by your support, and you can support this type of work by either doing super thanks comments or going to mydeepguide.com/shop and purchasing one of the available products there, such as the MDO or My Daily Organizer, which is a hyperlinked PDF file that can help you organize all of your yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily needs. And both MDO 2025 and 26 are currently available on mydeepguide.com/shop, so head on over to purchase that if you want. Or you can also buy the MMP, which is My Deep Guide Meeting Planner, again hyperlinked PDF file that helps you organize, centralize, and simplify your meeting organizing needs. You can also find curated custom templates, which are really carefully created and designed and made by me to fit your specific device format so that you can have pixel perfect accuracy, sharpness, and real world 8mm spacing on your device for ruled or lined templates and 4mm grids for grids. Purchasing any of these products directly supports independence of My Deep Guide and the ability to bring content like this to you. And now let's see what the raw first impressions and first steps experience is like with the digital paper from Montblanc. Let's start with the design, because Montblanc is supposed to be about luxury, quality, and all of that kind of stuff. If we're talking about a tablet that, rivals normally cost at around $400 to maybe $500, then you jump it up to $900 and maybe $1,000 if you're going to include the insanity of having a nearly $300 cover. Well, then this really needs to be something completely special out of the gate. And my first impression upon opening this and handling it is that, sure, it feels like it's made well, like it's a nicely made product, but I'm not floored at all, nor do I notice anything immediately like really utterly different that places this device into a completely different category, say from Remarkable Paper Pro or Remarkable 2 even, which is a 5-year-old product. It has nicely milled edges, with the chamfers here on the side. We have a flush screen with the surface and no real edges to feel or protrude between the surface of the screen and the edge of the device, which is very good. On the left hand side, or the right hand side, depending on how you orient it, we have this, maybe it's leather, but it feels like faux leather that's been
basically glued on top of this side here, and it has been glued in a very imprecise and a not good way. If you see here, we're starting with a nice little kind of spacing between there, which is kind of fine. But as we trail along the edge, then this one is starting to overlap here, and we no longer have that spacing between. So basically, it has been applied ever so slightly crookedly. This is not basically kind of going inside or anything like that. This is just simply glued on, and you can unglue it or unstick it or unpeel it, if you will. Crooked application of this one and the imprecisions of this line, this alone is enough for me to kind of not have a premium vibe of this device or execution at all, because I haven't seen this level of imprecision and build quality on Remarkable, on books, on Kindle Scribe, or even Huawei MatePad paper. You do get the Montblanc embossed logo here, and we have the indentation, sort of like a Lenovo Smart Paper Pen. The whole thing resembles Lenovo Smart Paper Pen extremely a lot, to such a degree that it might as well have been the exact same device, just different color schemes. Like the Lenovo MatePad paper, you have the area to put the pen in, and it is held by the magnetic forces. And let's see how well is it handled. Yep, it sticks really, really nicely, but you can also stick the super, super shiny pen to the side here, but it is really not held well at all, simply because you have a minute contact surface between the two, because we have a flat surface right here and we have a perfectly round radius here of this pen. So the actual contact surface is going to be really, really small. So despite magnets actually being quite strong, the combination of really, really small contact surface and super smooth surface of the pen and super smooth surface of this one, there's no friction at all. I mean, this is only held by the magnetic forces, and therefore as a consequence you can just shake it off immediately. I guess this is a good position for transportation purposes, because the cover does have that, and then it's like held securely, and for that it makes perfect sense. But for normal purposes and daily use purposes, or for plebs who haven't really ordered a additional type of a flipbook cover, and I thought that maybe for $900 you're gonna have the flipbook cover included. Ho ho ho, silly plebeian you. For me it's going to be residing here on the side and constantly falling off. We have a metal power button here on top, nothing on the one hand side. On the bottom we have a USB-C port for charging and data communication, and on the other side nothing there as well. And when you flip it up to the back, you have 4 rubber feet, exactly the same like you see on the Kindle Scribe, and a lovely metal brushed aluminum alloy kind of thing here. Nothing new, nothing innovative here whatsoever. This is already something that we've seen so many times before, and the build quality, unfortunately, due to this one, it's just, I can't unsee it. It's now constantly there, and that's just, that's a bummer. Ooh, the Montblanc pen, oh la la. It's been seriously over 15 minutes, almost 20 minutes now, and we're at 78%. Oh boy. So I thought, because it's still at 78%, to kind of check out and find the Montblanc Digital Paper app on Android. You don't have an option to create an account. You can't, because please note that creating a Montblanc Cloud account can only be done from your digital paper. If you do not have an account, navigate to settings on your digital paper to create one. Instructions can be found in Create an Account. Okay, fine, but we seem to be stuck at 78%. Like, I don't understand what's going on here. But it's not frozen, because this stupid thing is changing continuously, but that doesn't need to mean anything. It's just a thing that it's changing on an internal timer of its own. There we go, 80%. So it's not stuck, it's just absolutely abysmally slow. This is... Birds and trees and streams and valleys and mountain tops. And then it rushed so quickly to 90% to give you hope, to raise your spirits, and then it remains stuck there for so many more minutes. It updated. We are done. Hooray. Okay, continue setting up your device. We are a sum of parts. Takes 35 careful steps to craft and test the Montblanc Meisterstruck fountain pen nib before it is deemed ready to become yours. Like crafting our pens, we have curated a series of carefully considered steps to help you set up, familiarize, and personalize your... Oh, come on, for crying out loud. Recharge your... it's a digital pen, it's not an EMR. Meet your digital pen. Okay, so we can click to go home. Double click to open new quick note. Okay, so it's not an eraser at all. That's why it doesn't have the eraser thing. Okay, so it's click to go home, double click to open new quick note. I like that. Long press for 2 seconds to refresh screen. I really like that. This is cool. Then we have, yes, lower and upper switch tool. Upper tool, customizable in settings, only works when close to the screen, and customizable in settings. But we do have 2 lower tool switches, which is great. I really like that as a concept. It's time to put pen to paper. For over 100 years, every Montblanc pen is carefully tested in by drawing a looping figure of 8 patterns. Now it's your turn. Familiarize yourself with the digital pen by tracing the Montblanc test pattern below. Okay, try erasing pattern by tapping erase. Okay, so yeah, we hold this and it should, there we go, manually refresh. Continue. All right, I've set up the Montblanc Cloud account, and now you do get a QR code at this point. So it makes sense that you actually didn't get it beforehand. This is the way they want you to go through all of this. So, all right, that works. Let's see the onboarding. All right, so that basically means we have that's the control mode, we have refresh, settings, lock orientation, we have information about the battery of the device, battery of the pen. I love the handwritten home, all of these here, the icons themselves. It just makes it look really, really nice. And it feels very, very good. The second thing that I love is the use of the circling, handwritten circling around images, like for the selected items. And for example, here on the plus, it all just gives a lot of character to the whole, the environment that you're in. And this is something that Remarkable just couldn't get right for 7 years, but Montblanc team seems to have gotten it right out of the get-go. So this is exactly what I think Remarkable was trying to do, but they never managed to get there. So this is really, really cool. All right, things are getting to be like from weird to worse with the whole system here, because now I just hooked it up via USB to my computer to transfer the regular documents that I normally use for testing. And typically that's at around 1.8 gigabytes of total data, including the DAF testing documents, because I'm going to be doing DAF testing afterwards. And even though this one is advertised as coming with 64 gigabytes of storage, when I hooked it up to the computer, yeah, it does have that, but it comes with 1.9 gigabytes free. So I barely managed to kind of fit all of that, and in general, even last time when I tried, it was showing me 18 gigabytes of 64 gigs used, but yeah, when I hooked it up to the computer, it was a completely different situation. I like the overall kind of approach here, very simple. I get a folder, I got a new note, and I got, what's this? Create a new notebook, all right, what's this? That's a quick note, I guess. Yeah, quick notes. And let's just delete the quick note here so we can, I don't know what that is. Oh, bookmark. Oh, okay. So I don't want to select it. I want to unselect it. So we have, it would have been nicer to kind of have some information for the very first time, at least what's what. But I guess what's the second icon here? I can rename the file. Then I can copy it. I can move it to a folder. I can share it. I can export it and I can delete it. And what I was looking for is to delete. How do I import my documents? Plus? Yeah. No. Okay, where are my documents that I placed to import?
All right, so I can't find the documents that are there anywhere, and there's no way to import. The only thing that was remaining was like, okay, let's go to app. I linked here. It says like all files last updated. It says files synced. I don't see the folders that I've just made. I don't have an option to manually force synchronization because refresh is of course just manual refresh. Even so, I really wanted to show you guys and to kind of use the documents because I'm just trying to transfer my PDF files onto this device. That's all that I've been trying to do for over half an hour now, 40 something minutes. Okay, let's get to test documents. And oh no, I can't do test documents. Okay, let's multiple select. You cannot upload multiple files into the app. This is insane. This is horrible. And then it's like, okay, so then there's one uploading and it's gonna upload probably to the root. Let's see how quickly that happens. And while it's doing that, yeah, okay, so let's upload another one. That's the other standard one because obviously I can't, it's impossible to update everything. So let's find the other one. Yeah, but they're not really showing up here, are they? The synchronization thing, not really working, is it? This $1,000, people, $1,000 experience. All right, so I forced it to sleep by going to power button, power back on, and then once the Wi-Fi is connected, it triggered the cloud synchronization. So it did finally collect the documents. So what I'm going to try is now move these two to the test document folder just to see if like normal stuff functions. And okay, so that function, this whole process was so unnecessarily painful and terrible, and I understand growing pains of a fresh kind of thing, but if you're gonna charge $1,000, you gotta internalize the growing pains and beta test the crap out of them so that we don't have this. Okay, so let's see the rendering quality of the documents, because the display does genuinely look really good. So okay, we have pen, we have this hide toolbar. Ooh, somebody's stealing from remarkably so. Good lord. Well, that's really unashamed. Dudes, like you could have just used something else, not the exact same icon that Remarkable uses. Okay. So we got the pen, eraser, selection tool, and I guess annotations. So let's get to... No. Don't tell me that it doesn't support hyperlinks in PDF files. God damn it, man. 2000 and almost quarter four of 2025, $1,000. I finally managed to get the document in there. It feels like such a success. And I just wanted to navigate. What a pile of garbage, man. This software is just no. All right, let's get to some contents manually. So page 15, I'm gonna do my standard test to see how responsive it is and do 10 swipes and see how precise it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We should be at 25 and we are at page 20. So nope, really not precise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I detected every second one, so it's simply way too slow. It's not just the refresh rate, it's just that it's really, really slow. Okay, so the refresh thing is good that you have it on the pen, because there is ghosting is present. Absolutely, it's present, and you can clearly see it. So that's not the best. You're gonna have to use that button quite a lot. The rendering quality of the characters is really, really nice. Of course, I'm gonna do all of the in-depth DAF analysis, testing, and all this stuff. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of show you this, what I see here. And this is like smaller print on a PDF document, and it looks really, really good. Let's see if it's smart when it rotates. Let's enable auto rotation. Let's enable auto rotate. Ooh. Okay, where? Please don't tell me that you can't get to the menu if you're in. Okay, so I want to enable auto rotation. I need to exit the reader, then swipe down, then unlock rotation, and now it should auto rotate. We turn it around, and now turn around, turn around. This is supposed to be auto rotation enabled, kind of. Okay, well, okay, nope. That's, it doesn't work with this icon on or off. Whether or not that's the way it's supposed to work, I don't know. But you can't access the control menu from the reader. That's really, really good stuff. But yeah, the contrast is very, very nicely calibrated. And yeah, it's rendering images in very, very nice and fine detail. So the quality of the display is really, really good. And it's able to kind of deghost quite well. Let's see the next page. It's okay. It's basically able to handle the deghosting between images and texts in a really, really nice way, because normally you would actually see quite a bit of text overlapping over this, or images kind of remaining there. And I'm really, really impressed by the crispness and the just pure quality of the display. It's very, very nice, noticeable thing that you can immediately see. Although the entire experience is kind of really reminiscent of Lenovo Smart Paper, but kind of much worse so far. All right, so let's see how it handles a document with images. And now I've refreshed it so that we start clean, and we can see that we have dithering here as a problem. And do we have options to kind of change these things? Oh my God, rotate document, good Lord. Okay, so there's no way to adjust contrast or image quality, or enable, disable dithering to get rid of the color banding. So let's see what the ghosting performance is like on images, which is very, very demanding. Yeah, that's where it's having some issues. So it's managing to kind of deal with this in an okay way, and better than I expected. It seems to have understood now, after a couple of pages, that this is a document that it needs to refresh like the full page. As you can see, it's refreshing in an entirely different way than it refreshed previously, and now we have much better ghosting performance. So there's some intelligent stuff going on here, which is fine, because I think that the whole point is, if the device and the system is able to do all the stuff that it needs to do for you, and you don't have to worry about it, but actually as a user just get the best results the device is able to deliver, to just deliver to you without you finicking around with settings, that's the way it should be. But yeah, the color banding is not really that nice, and then you end up with quite messy looking images, and a simple dithering filter would get rid of this in a really nice way. But overall, very, very sharp, very, very precise type of content here, extremely easily readable. I really love the edges, as I said before, and it seems like the distance from surface to the screen is not that high, and that kind of makes the whole content pop on the surface of the page, which is something that I really like. So despite the performance and obvious issues with the platform itself, yeah, just the raw performance as reading content on a page is really, really good on the digital paper from Montblanc. All right, so I started a quick note by double pressing here, and let's choose a template, and let's do lined medium without anything underneath. So there we go, that's nice. All right, no mucking about. This is what the device is about, and this is where it delivers. Absolutely, hands down, really exceptionally good. Every single aspect of writing on this device is, first impressions, exceptionally good. Writing latency, writing performance overall, writing fineness or finesse of the written content. It's able to capture the fine minutiae of my own handwriting. It feels ever so slightly, just a tad too kind of hard, but not like Remarkable 2. It has a similar characteristic like Remarkable 2, but not as hard. And I think that that's going to be due to these super expensive nibs. Super fast, as I mentioned, and what I really love is the calibration of the brush, pressure sensitivity. It really is exceptionally good. So I'm just going to try the calligraphy pen. I'm interested in that. It's okay. Let's see how it handles a ballpoint pen. That's fine. Fine liner. So this is a fine liner. It's okay. But still, so far, yeah, the fountain pen is or the brush is my absolute favorite one. What does the pencil say? So we have, there's no tilt sensitivity, and there's pressure sensitivity. But this is nowhere near what we see on the Kindle Scribe and on the Remarkable. So from all of these, yeah, the fountain pen, brush is my favorite. And it feels really good. There are some issues here with the precision, but yeah, it seems to be okay. So let me see if these buttons that I did configure them. There we go, now it works. So it took a little while to kind of press. Brush. And let's say that if I'm in a highlighter, and then I do my highlighting here, for example, then I should be able to press this button to get back to, and then release. Okay, so this is a little bit, I don't know, but it's obviously switching between the previous brush and the fountain pen. I just need to kind of figure out exactly how it works, because this is a little bit, not intuitive. All right, so writing aspects of this device are absolutely excellent, the core writing. As far as the functionality goes, well, it's very, very straightforward and limited and focused. So from what I can see, we have more options. So let's see, if we go to page overview, we have settings, we can share. So what do we have in settings? We can have first page, last page. Okay, that's the cover. And we can rename it. So what else? Oh, those are all just covers to choose from. But that's all it is from settings. So how do we do a search within the notebook itself? Maybe in page overview? Do we get the search icon? No. If, for example, I had like a large notebook with, I don't know, 100 pages written and I wanted to just find a word, it doesn't seem that we have that option because, yeah, all I can do is I can go to last page, first page, copy, move to folder, share, and delete selected page. So this is rough. All right, so let's see. We have calibration as a word. Let's get out of this one and try to use the search so that we can see if we can, yeah, let's do double click for home, I think. Haptic is okay. What? That's not home. Maybe just one click is home? There we go. All right, so let's do search and we wanna search calibrate. Oh, what? No. Oh, cool. So then we can just do calibration. That's what we want to find. There we go. It found it in quick notes. Yes, and it found the page. And will it highlight in some way? No, it won't. But it did manage to find it. So that's kind of cool, but we really would benefit from having the search functionality within the notebook itself. I really do hope that they implement that functionality because it's quite necessary. Initial impressions are exceptionally good writing feel and quality on it using the fountain brush. The other brushes are so-so, but if the fountain brush is an example of what can be done on this device, then it's something that's really good. If it were me to kind of use this, I would only use the fountain pen brush because it's quite a lot better than the other brushes that you currently have available here. And quite honestly, it performs so well that I don't really feel or see the need for using anything else. And the rendering of the handwriting is very nice. So for handwriting, it's extremely limited as far as functionalities go, like super duper limited, but the raw performance is there, which means that the potential for the platform growth is there if Montblanc is dedicated to actually grow this platform and evolve it. As far as the reader functionality goes, it's extremely rudimentary and very limited. Yeah, let's see what do books and EPUBs say, how it is for just reading. Yes, please leave me alone. So we want to see here. And okay, so hyperlinks work in EPUBs. That's okay, but it would be nice that if they worked in PDF files as well. So the reader aspect is, yeah, kind of mixed bag. Let's see if we can change some of the options here for an EPUB. Yes, we can. So we have settings, we can make larger fonts, and then we can apply it. Yes, I'm sure. And then, yeah, this is how it's supposed to kind of perform. So that's something that Remarkable simply can't seem to get. Even though we're like, 82 pages into the book, it's functioning the way it should be. So let's go Montblanc, line spacing low, and we get like page margins like that. Yes, I want to do this. And yeah, so the processing time and handling of EPUBs is very, very nice. The rendering quality and the sharpness of the display is exceptionally good. Ghosting is not that great, but you do have the long press here and then it will erase it. So that does work from a purely reader perspective of things. Although as an e-reader, this pen is going to be in the way no matter what you do. So if you put it here, it's okay, but your thumb is resting here. And if you put it there, it's very, very, easy to kind of lose it. And it's again in the way of the hand there. Personally, I think that I would carry it there while reading because it's less in the way of my hand to do this. Plus it gets to be charged as well by the device. And the user interface icons and the design is really, really pretty and nice. But the rest of it is extremely rough and extremely frustrating as it is right now. So that's basically the summary of the Montblanc Digital Paper first impressions experience. I will be performing more tests now and spending more time with this to see what are the things that I have missed. Have I missed some of the things or not? And what are the ways to actually, improve the functionality? And is there a way to kind of improve workflow with this device? But overall, the state of the whole system and ecosystem, it's very, very rough. So we'll see how that changes over time. And just for fun, so we have, this is the pen from Montblanc, and because it's an active pen, EMR pens simply don't work. It does not have an EMR layer or a Wacom layer. So this is the Remarkable pen. Nope, it doesn't know how to communicate with it. This is the Bookstab XC active pen. Nope, it doesn't know how to communicate either. So yeah, that's the pen that you can use, and it's the only one that you can use. All right, well, that's what it is. All right, so Montblanc Digital Paper. This experience is absolutely not worth $1,000, no matter how you look at it. None of the aspects are worth this money. Let's just get that out of the way. And this is not something that's going to change via the updates. It's not something that's going to change with me spending more time with this device to test it and bring you all of the results. I fully expect this device to actually excel in image quality, sharpness, and contrast and uniformity aspects of it, and also in the writing aspects such as writing feel, writing latency, and precision of writing. And while those are core building aspects of a device like this, and you can call it like really good bones and bare bones functionality and things like that, this is not the language that can be used or should be used with a Montblanc premium type of a product. Just imagine this, that you purchase a really, really expensive premium Montblanc pen that simply doesn't work properly, that the leather part is not really aligning as it should, etc., etc. So the value aspect of this product will never be achieved. So what can redeem it? Well, prestige and kind of like deluxe experience. Well, it fails there as well, because the build quality is not premium, the design is not premium, and nothing about it actually stands out from the crowd. On the contrary, this is almost the exact same housing and device and design as the Lenovo Smart Paper. Go take a look at my in-depth review of the Lenovo Smart Paper and you will see what I'm talking about. And the similarities don't end up just on the outside. Actually, when you dig in on the inside, you will see that the remnants of the user interface, the logic behind it and how it functions, resembles the early version of the Lenovo Smart Paper really, really a lot. So in essence, what we have here is the same type of model that Lenovo Smart Paper was based on. We have a new pen with Montblanc kind of logo on it. It doesn't seem like a Montblanc quality pen at all, even though it sports a ridiculously high price. It feels good, it writes good, it is precise, but it ain't worth that much money. That's absolutely not the case here. So what are you paying for here? Well, you're paying for this right here. That little embossed logo there.
that's what you're paying for, and this here, that's what you're paying for. So if those two are worth it to you, then this device will make sense. For others who are thinking that the Montblanc experience is going to be something more than just a owning of a Montblanc device, I don't see that happening anytime in the future. Did I have any expectations from this? I didn't, honestly. I really tried very hard not to have any expectations regarding this device and just to keep an open mind and see what's what. And maybe that's the reason why I found it so frustrating, the state of this whole thing and the mind behind it, because you do have those three aspects. The user interface design is really great for the icons and the style. It's gorgeous. How little it takes to elevate a whole experience to a really nice levels, because that's something that genuinely puts this device and usability of this device into a nicer type of category, something that I want to interact with. The image quality and sharpness, really exceptionally good, and the fountain pen writing exceptionally good as well. Unfortunately, I expected absolute perfection in build quality from this device, and the more I look at it now, I'm finding some imperfections, because right here I can see that actually the screen is kind of dipping when they were pressing this part on top. They kind of bent it a little bit, and I'll show you some images in the in-depth review as well, or try to take an image here. But these types of imperfections, this is not something that we see on modern books devices. This is certainly not something that we can see on Kindle Scribe or Remarkable 2 or Remarkable Paper Pro. And in all honesty, let's just be real here. If you take a Kindle Scribe, for example, in your hands and a Remarkable 2, and you compare them, this feels like a cheaper and more shoddily made product than the other two. And we're talking about twice the price difference, and in the case of Remarkable 2, 5 years older. That is simply not good enough, and no amount of updates or anything is going to be able to change that fact. So first impressions, not that great. Let me know in the comments down below what are your thoughts, and more importantly, what are your expectations from a device like this, and not necessarily just from a device that costs $1,000, but context. A device that costs so much, but it's also coming from Montblanc and all that entails. So what would have been your expectations, and what would have satisfied that kind of stuff? And does this satisfy the expectations that you have from a device like this? Also, do let me know in the comments down below what are your questions, or what you would like to see more in the in-depth review once I get to do that. This is an opportunity for you guys to kind of ask me these questions so that I can follow through, test it out, and bring the report back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye!